Hello. This is Justin speaking.
What do you think going into this? Do you think you'd have that many people on there?
Really, I didn't know what to expect. I've never done anything like this. I'm not even a big Facebook or Twitter user myself, but I mean, it was fun. It was enjoyable, and I liked how many people came out and supported.
Sorry, what are your goals, both personally and for the team?
Team goals are to battle and win the Big 12 and ultimately be playing for BCS Bowl or BCS Championship. And, that's what we're working for right now.
How do you feel about the wide receiver core for the team as a whole? The Cowboys have brought in a lot of guys, and now you have 15, 16 guys that are gonna be playing. How many receivers do you expect the Cowboys to use week in and week out?
I'm from anywhere from 8 to 12 probably. It's a fast-paced offense. A lot of people be running in and out, and that's just something we're gonna try to. We're gonna have a lot of receivers running in, so people be fresh. So I wouldn't be surprised if we went up to 12 receivers made in at one game.
What are you doing for fun this summer?
For fun?
Fun.
Just go to the lake every once in a while. Maybe just kick back, relax. That's about it.
What are your thoughts on the 9 o'clock game time against Tulsa, Justin? You a late night guy?
I will be that night, and I'm just excited. Anytime that they kick it off, that's when we'll be ready to go.
Justin, how has your relationship with Brandon grown since you guys kind of came together and made the decision to come back?
Yes, I think it has a lot. We've been doing a lot more off the field, together and things like that. Just hanging out or that sort of thing. So I think it's gotten a lot stronger and better since we decided to come back.
Justin, with what you've been doing this summer as far as in the weight room and during spring and now getting into summer, are you trying to gain weight? What are you trying to do with your physique? Do you want to become a bigger receiver than what you were last year?
I'm just if I'm not trying to get bigger. I have put on some weight, but I'm not trying to get bigger. I'm trying to get as big as I can without losing speed, and that's just what I'm working for. And if I gain 5-10 pounds and can still run, then I might try to stay bigger. But overall, I don't know if I'm going to change anything too much as far as my body, but if anything, that would be it.
Where is your weight right now, Justin?
I am at 215.
Hey, Justin, can you talk about the early adjustments you've had to make playing for a new offensive coordinator?
There hasn't been too many adjustments. It's just been, a route here and there, or, a block, maybe block this way, certain things like that. But overall, it hasn't been too bad. Coach Monken has come in and, has tried to absorb this offense, take it in, and try to learn it as fast as possible, and also throw in what he thinks will help the offense as well. But overall, I think it's not going to be too hard. We're going to go in with the same mindset kind of as we did last year, and just go out there and try to keep the fast pace up.
Did you reveal a training secret on Twitter? You really like to eat a lot of bacon on game day? Is that your secret?
I wouldn't say it's a secret, but that's what I like to eat, and so that's what I eat.
Serious, huh?
Oh, it's very serious.
Okay.
Hey, Justin, can you talk a little bit about Brandon and how he helped you kind of have a big season last year, how you guys work in tandem?
Yeah, to me, without Brandon, I wouldn't had one catch last year. He's throwing every ball that I have caught. So, without him, I wouldn't have been near as successful as I was. Someone had to put it there, and, with his hard work, it's pushed me to work harder. And, with him pushing us, telling us, come out, run routes, and keeping us going, it just gets us all to work harder and, try to make the team better.
I know you said on the social media side of the chat today that you really tried to not have too much be different this summer. But a year ago, you guys were kind of an afterthought in the Big 12. You weren't doing social media chats and teleconferences in June. What's different, but what's also similar for you in trying to approach this year, which so many people have such high expectations for you guys?
When we put ourselves in this situation, winning 11 games and being having the success we had last year, we earned the right to kind of be, I guess, not looked at as an underdog anymore. But we also know that we're not going to creep up on anybody on our schedule. We're going to get everybody's best, and that's the way we've kind of prepared this summer. Especially Coach Glass and the strength staff, they've really pushed us to get better, and we're probably training harder now than we were this time last year. So our goal really, we've accomplished a lot, and we had a good year last year and all. But we know that we don't want to take a step backwards. We want to keep going forward, keep getting better. We know it's not going to be easy. I mean, we got a tough schedule, and we got to take care of business. We can't overlook any team on our schedule.
Do you personally try to keep things the same, or do you try to do things maybe differently a year after being a starter?
You know me. I mean, I kind of say by the book. I mean, I do the exact same thing. Maybe a little bit more throwing, a little bit more timing with my receivers. But I train the same way. I train hard as I possibly can, and try to get my body right. But I really truly feel that we, the guys that we have all make each other better. And I think Blackmon does a great job of leading those receivers, and I try to do the same with the offensive line and the running backs and the other quarterbacks. So, it's I think the only thing that's really changed is we have 100% attendance every practice that the players put on. The metabolic session, everybody's there on time, ready to go. But I mean, we go about our business the same way. I mean, we kind of look at it like if it's not broke, don't fix it in a sort of way. But we still know we have long ways to go.
Hey, Brandon, Rob from College Football Insiders. Your relationship with your offensive coordinator, Todd Monken, has been described as sort of like an NFL player-coach partnership. Can you describe that experience so far?
I like that description a lot more than saying I'm coaching him, because that's completely false. But Coach Monken came in and really excited about the opportunity. I think he was excited to get to work coming back to Oklahoma State. So Coach Monken, I have utmost respect for the guy. I mean, he's obviously been where everybody on this team's trying to get, and that's the NFL. So obviously he's a very smart guy, but he came in and really liked what we did offensively, so didn't want to change much. But he also felt that some minor tweaks might make us better and might make us click a little bit better. So there's a couple of differences from last year that he felt would help our offense succeed. And my relationship with Coach Monken's been great. We're close, and we talk on a daily basis, and I'm happy. I'm glad he's here. He's gonna make me a better player, as well as the other guys on offense. I mean, he strives to make every guy on the field compete and get better. So, yeah, he's a great addition to our team, I guess.
But right now, what would you say maybe is your biggest weakness or something that you're trying to improve upon going into your senior year?
I think as a quarterback, you never really get you never really perfect everything. I think continue to work on footwork. Stay in the pocket, continue to go through your reading defenses. I mean, the basic stuff that every quarterback has to do on a Saturday. I think I got better as the year went on and made strides and really got comfortable. But I think there's always room to grow, and I think if I want to play at the next level, I think I just need to keep working on those fundamental things that go along with being a quarterback. And obviously I was blessed with a decent arm, so I can sometimes get away with some stuff. But Coach Monken immediately from the first day stressed to me that don't rely on your arm. Make it easier on yourself by having better feet and the mechanics of being a sound quarterback. So I think those are the main things. I think I'm not satisfied. I feel like I have a long ways to go just because I like to push myself.
Hey, Brandon, it's Jenny again. Can I ask a real quick question about the Weeden2Blackmon social media? That's something that you guys talked about, and what do you think about all that?
You know, our SID guys, you know, kind of asked us and got our opinions on it, and I think me and Blackmon were both on board. We thought it was a great idea. You know, it just gives us an opportunity to kind of reach out to our fan base and you know, just be as interactive as we possibly can.
Hey, Brandon, it's Dave Sittler from the Tulsa World. A year ago right now, none of this was going on. Can you just kind of put in a capsule what this ride has been like for you personally? Has it been kind of a fairy tale this past 12 months?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like a kid in a candy store every day. You know, I mean, if you'd asked me this would happen 5 years ago when I came to Oklahoma State, you know, I wouldn't have an answer for you. But these last couple of years have been a lot of fun, and you know, everything we've been able to accomplish has been a fun. But you know, it's kind of surreal in a sense too. You know, we had a lot of fun last year. Last year was probably the most fun I've ever had in any sport I've ever played, and you know, I look to do it again this year, and that's why I came back to Oklahoma State. I wanted to kind of do it again and kind of have the same feelings we did last year, win some games and play in front of you know, our fans on every Saturday. But yeah, I think me personally, I'm just kind of like a kid in a candy store. I mean, just everything that keeps happening just keeps getting better and better.
And also, could you talk what you think Hubert could do for the offense this year if he's healthy?
Yeah, I mean, Hubert is getting healthy, which is good. You know, he's a guy that can make a lot of plays on the outside. You know, obviously opposite of Blackmon, guy that's a big body guy that can go up and get it and do it, you know, make plays after the catch. And so, yeah, I'm excited about Hubert. You know, if he can stay healthy, I think he's just going to add another asset to our offense. His attitude's been great. He's been you know, very involved and vocal and helping and being a leader, you know, within the wide receivers. So, yeah, I'm excited about Hubert. You know, I feel bad for him because he's kind of been plagued with injuries his entire career. But if he can stay healthy, he can be dangerous.
I just want to get your thoughts on Josh Cooper. With Bo Bowling graduating, how important is it to have Josh back as far as inside wide receivers go?
I mean, I think it's huge. I mean, I tell people, and I mean this. I mean, I love throwing the ball to Josh Cooper. I know he's going to catch it, and I know he's going to get yards after the catch, and most importantly, he's going to be open. I mean, he's a special receiver. I mean, if I could bottle him up and you know, just have him, you know, for every position, every game for the rest of my life, I would do it. I mean, he's one of those guys that every quarterback just kind of falls in love with, and you know, loves to throw the ball to. So he's a special player, and you know, obviously Bo's a great player too, playing the other slot position. But you know, Cooper had a great year, and he doesn't get much mention, which I don't really agree with. I think he should get you know, more pub, I guess you could say, because he made a lot of big plays for us last year that helped us win a lot of games.
And also, how do you feel about the change in the backfield with Randall as well as Smith filling in for Kendall Hunter this season?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's hard to replace a guy like Kendall. He's such a great player for a long time, but you know, the two guys, you know, Joseph Randall and Jeremy Smith are special backs, and they complement each other well. They're different styles, but they make each other better, and they're really going to help our offense. I mean, they do a lot of different things as far as getting out, you know, and receiving and pass blocking and stuff that doesn't get, you know, seen very often by the human eye, but they do a lot to make this offense better. So, like I said, Kendall has been a great player here for a long time, obviously, but those other two guys I'm very excited about.
And also, Brandon, I understand that before Coach Monken was actually hired, you spoke with him on the phone. What was it about that conversation that made you feel comfortable with him right off the bat?
I mean, I think one, just kind of his personality. You know, he's a fiery guy, but just, you know, just like one of the guys. You know, we talked for 45 minutes or so, and you know, 35 or 40 minutes was him just talking. You know, if you guys you soon to find out he can talk and tell stories. So but you know, I just kind of listened, and we just kind of bounced ideas, and we're talking about different things. And you know, he was with the Jaguars at the time, and he still at the time seemed pretty excited about the opportunity to come here. And we just kind of talked offense a little bit, X's and O's, and his philosophies and what he thinks, and it was an immediate mesh. I mean, I called Coach Kennedy right after I got off the phone with him and said I really like this guy. I think he'd fit, everything that's going on real well, and so far so good. I'm really enjoying having him around.